Hey, you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the north. More specifically, Columbus, Ohio. And even more specifically than that, I'm in front of the COSI. It stands for Center of Science and Industry. Now, I've only seen it written down, so I don't know if it's pronounced COSI or COSI, or maybe people just say COSI when they're talking about it. Anyways, this is a museum here in Columbus. This has been highly recommended. I've gotten quite a few recommendations to check out COSI. I don't know what to call it. COSI. Are we gonna call it COSI? COSI? I've got a lot of recommendations to check this out. It is a science and industry museum. I love checking out local museums, natural history museums, science museums, and I think a lot of times museums like this don't get a lot of publicity outside of the local market. So I would love to hear from you guys on what museums you'd like to see me visit. Museums such as this that are dotted around our country. What are some really good museums that are worth checking out? Please leave those comments in the comment section. But we are going to check out COSI here in just a minute. So please follow me. So entering COSI, see the giant pendulum swinging right there. Oh, here's a laser harp. Let's see if we can play some laser tunes there. All right, so I checked with the lady at the ticket desk, and she said it is pronounced COSI, so that's what we'll call it from here on out. Also, the lady at the ticket desk told me to come over here to this stage. They're gonna be doing rat basketball. I think I love this place. You can see the rat basketball players in there getting warmed up for their basketball game.
We're gonna do a jump ball. Here we go. Off to a quick start. She's gonna chew on the ball a little bit.
Oh, made a basket. Oh, another basket.
Just chewing on the ball. Detect landmines.
There we go.
So they can actually smell TNT underneath the ground.
Another hoop.
And they indicate to their trainer.
Go there for the slam. Oh, so good at basketball. Just chewing on the basketball. Oh, there it goes. So after some exhilarating rat basketball, I think the Dinosaur Gallery would be a good starting point. Start out here with the big dog, the T-Rex. Now this is interesting here. Actually have a metal skeleton of the Brontosaurus there. We have some dinosaur footprints there. They're brightly illuminated. Oh, what's happening? This is a display of dinosaurs found in Liaoning, China, where they were able to find fossils showing that many dinosaurs actually did have feathers, increasing the theory that dinosaurs and birds were close relatives. It's very cool dinosaurs here, but look who's hanging out with the dinos. Got a prehistoric possum back there. Dinosaur drinking out of the pond there. There's a little turtle on the log. If we take our view under the water, we can see a little crocodile-like animal. Here we can definitely see the crossover between dinosaurs and chickens. And look at the little dino chicks. They're pretty cute. Oh, a little dino chicken nest right there. Here's the greater rhea, a relative to the ostrich. I guess that is a similar species to what dinosaurs were. Here we see birds next to their brains. So you can see, some birds have fairly large brains compared to their head size. That's the dodo. He's got a little tiny brain. And we look at the dinosaur here, and yeah, his brain doesn't look so great. crocodile, a savanna monitor, and a green iguana. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Teach these dinosaurs how to fly. Here's a collection of wishbones. Remember breaking the wishbone on Thanksgiving of the turkey? These are all different bird wishbones, and that's the wishbone of a T-Rex. Can you imagine what sort of wishes a T-Rex wishbone would grant? There's a Therosaurus. Yeah, it doesn't really, you see these mock-ups like this really changes your view on what dinosaurs really looked like. I remember this is not what we were presented when I was a child. Here is the Velociraptor, which is actually much, much tinier than it's portrayed in Jurassic Park, and also much more of a bird than it is portrayed in Jurassic Park. It's that dinosaur there has a little tuft of feathers on its tail. So birdy. And here's a Yutyranosaurus. That's a relative of the T-Rex. You can see its bird-like quills. Here we have some amber samples, which immediately makes me think of Jurassic Park. See, why don't they take blood samples from these and try to clone dinosaurs? This one's even got a small lizard in it. Why don't we just clone him? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Here's amber samples with feathers in it. They said they don't know, these are 100 million years old. They don't know what species the feathers belong to, so those literally could be preserved dinosaur feathers, which is pretty insane. Now here we have the temporary exhibit here at COSI, Marvel Universe of Superheroes.
The Fantastic Four.
Now this is pretty insane. This is Marvel Comics issue #1, the first ever Marvel Comics, published in 1939. I bet that's worth a couple of dimes. Some screen-used costumes from the Black Panther film. You see the Black Panther right there. And there's the Panther right there. Here is an authentic screen-used Spider-Man suit. It says this was worn by Tom Holland in Spider-Man Homecoming, which I've actually not seen any of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. Now I am familiar with the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, and this was worn by William Dafoe as the Green Goblin. And there's one of his pumpkin bombs. Okay, this is where I issue a formal apology. When I saw this same comic book in the Hall of Heroes in Indiana, I referred to it as Spider-Man number 15. I was wrong, and you guys let me know it. This is actually the first ever Spider-Man, but he appeared in an issue of a comic called Amazing Fantasy, the 15th issue. So technically this is Spider-Man 1, not 15. I was wrong to say it, and I deeply apologize. This photo op would actually allow people to reenact the famous Spider-Man kiss from the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie. I was thinking about doing that, but I don't know if the museum would be happy with me making out with their Spider-Man. Here is Loki's helmet from the Avengers. It was worn by Tom Hiddleston. Here's Thor's costume from Thor: The Dark World, which honestly, I think Thor: The Dark World, not my favorite movie. That wasn't my personal favorite. But and then here we have the Hela's costume worn by Kate Blanchett in Thor: Ragnarok. Now I actually love Thor: Ragnarok. I thought that was a great movie. Here's an actual Thor's hammer from the Avengers. I think the hammer's name is Mjolnir. There is the Tesseract, which served as the MacGuffin in some of the early Marvel movies. There's the various Iron Man suits here. This one's my favorite. The original that he made in the desert. I wish he would have just kept this suit for the whole movie. Here is Nick Fury's suit. This is the Samuel Jackson version, not the Hasselhoff version. Here we have a screen-used Captain America suit, as well as the shield was used in Avengers Endgame. And here's the Falcon right there, and the Winter Soldier. There's Black Widow. Oh, this is cool. These are some outfits from WandaVision, which is probably my favorite Marvel thing. There is the Scarlet Witch costume worn by Elizabeth Olsen. And then there's a Vision costume. I think this is the evil Vision, the white Vision. And there we have a vintage radio from WandaVision. Oh, it's the WandaVision wall. You can see it changing. Here is the Cyclops eyes from the X-Men movie, and the Wolverine claws, and a big button that says push here to see what happens. Never one to say no to a button. What happened? Oh, it made the X slide out. And this is Miss Marvel. See, she's got a big giant fist that assumedly she uses to punch people with. Here is Luke Cage's hoodie from the TV show. Looks like he's got shot a few times. And there we have the Daredevil, as well as his cane, because he is visually impaired, and his eyeglasses. Here's the Supernatural superhero section we're heading into. And here is the Eye of Agamotto from Doctor Strange. I've never seen Doctor Strange, but I've been meaning, I'm gonna watch it soon. It's one of my girlfriend's favorite Marvel movies. And there is the actual Doctor Strange costume right there. These are Captain Marvel outfits. I've never seen that movie. Interesting how they have mohawks on top of their armor. And here's a production bust of Groot. Actually, I think this may be my favorite Marvel movie. The Guardians of the Galaxy. The costumes there. Some of the items from the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, including the Walkman. Oh wow, look at this. There's a giant skeleton looming over us, made out of wire. Very spooky. Here's an exhibit known simply as Life. And here is a transparent woman. This actually used to be a mainstay of old science museums. You don't see them too often. You have a bona fide transparent woman there. This thing's name is Bobby the Buckeye. He says he's exposing at least 10 major organs. Can you name them all? Let's see, his brain's showing, his lungs, his heart, his liver. All the good organs are on display here. It says that this is Bob, the abracadaver, so like a replica of a dead body. And then there's a woman just working away at her computer right there. You can see a grouping of skeletons up there in the rafters. Here are replicas of a baby being born, being pushed out the birth canal. Oh, this is starting to look a little rough there. Oh, is he stuck? Does he need a little help? Okay. Doctor's got him. Here's the decomposition chamber. There are these actual food items placed here to study their decomposition. They were all placed here on February 16th. So they've been in here a while. They've got a chance to get nice and ripe. Although these waffles and sausage look surprisingly okay. That's almost disconcerting that they've not started rotting in any way. And that's got a little mold on it. And then this Western helmet here is all sorts of black mold growing on it. Okay, this is the Praxinoscope. Let's just see. We'll give it a spin, and we'll see how it works. Get it going, and then the hand in the middle. Okay, it looks like one hand changing shape. The reflection. It's pretty cool. entering the Progress section. Oh, we're entering the town of Progress. Oh, very cool. Like the old Main Street here at night. There's the Hope Street Market here. See what kind of food they have in the window here. Ooh, we got some cantaloupes and some bread. Let's see the apothecary over there. Now we're currently on Hope Street. Head this way to go to Fear Street. Oh, that sounds scary. The strange device here on Fear Street. Let's flip this switch. And, oh, look at that. That's very scary. So we're moving on into the future to 1962. And here are the streets of 1962. Looks like they've got some construction out here on the streets, opening up a new building there. We have a little diner here on the corner. We can peek inside the diner here. This old cash register. Someone's placed a scoop of ice cream in a French fry basket. You can see a face up there in the Swell Foods window looking down on us. And look at this. Have a little rocket ride there. Here they have quality meats, the best in town as a matter of fact. See them on the grill there. All the delicious foods being sold in the 1960s. Spam, TV dinners, the golden age of cuisine. Some different products there. Bag of oranges. There's the repair shop back when you used to get things fixed, like televisions and typewriters. Nowadays, you more or less just throw them away and buy new ones. Here's some old school washer and dryers and refrigerators, a stove, a wooden oven. It says Eddie Current says, come see the new electronic range. Eddie Current sure looks a lot like Ready Kilowatt. There's a drugstore here. Peek in the window and see what kind of drugs they're selling. Oh, they have bubblegum cigars for sale. They have toothbrushes, which are a guaranteed gay product. I don't know if that necessarily is the same meaning of gay that we use today. I have these, I don't know what these are. These are jars shaped like spacemen. Here's 666 malarial preparation. There's actually a chain of 666 drugs. I don't know if they still make them, but in the early 2000s, they were still selling these in the store, which is insane. Does anyone know if they still sell 666 products? Love these old school wooden TVs. There's a big record player there, spinning a COSI record. Here's Bailwick's department store. And in the top window there, we can see a woman in a bathing suit who appears to be on the moon. Some really neat things in the window here. The Disneyland monorail kit. That's super cool. And they also have one of those super scary tambourine monkeys. This is some sort of blow dryer that hooks to your head. And there is Spudsy, the hot potato game. Here we have WRB radio. You can see the disc jockey there playing some of the latest 1960s hits. They actually have Elvis in Hawaii there behind him. Now this is interesting. Over here at the WNWS television station, kids can sit in front of the news desk and report the news. And then they'll actually appear doing the news bulletin here in the window of the TV repair shop. Oh no. Sinclair station here. The old-timey car next to these old-timey gas pumps. Here's the history of COSI, and here are some figures from an exhibit they used to have called Adventure in the Valley of the Unknown. It says this is Plunk, the spirit of questions, right there. And there's a little vulture character as well. And here's the entrance to the coal mine. Are we going into a coal mine of some sort? Is there really a coal mine in here? close doors and press button to descend, so. Oh, I didn't mean to descend into a coal mine. What's happening? Oh no, you can see the lights going there in the corner as we descend down to the bottom of the coal mine. I really shouldn't have hit that button, I guess. I'm gonna be stuck. Oh, the light went off. Are we in the coal mine? Are we in the coal mine? Okay, it's hard to exit. And oh yeah, there's some coal, and there's a coal miner. Now heading into the gadgets section, has these weird brain monsters floating above us. Yeah, what are these things? That's a strange creature. Turn this right here. Oh yeah, see most of them moving there. Here's a special exhibit on Cuba. Cuba's known for its classic cars because they actually have cars from the 1950s that they've just kept up and kept running, and you can still see them rolling down the streets in daily use in Cuba. Here's an exhibit on the cigar making. See all these tobacco leaves hanging up. There's some cigar bands and some cigar boxes. And there is a carnival dancer. Here's some of the natural history of Cuba. What is that? That is a Desmarset Hutai and a Cuban Salandon. Oh, and there's a real live lizard. It's Smallwood's Anole. And a little Cuban cafe here. It says we can smell the coffee. Let's see. Smells pretty good. Pretty good coffee. I don't really drink coffee, but it smells pretty good. It's a fruit stand with some delicious Cuban vegetables, some cabbages, and pineapples, cauliflower. You can see the Cuban coral reef. Oh, there's the little lionfish, which is an invasive species in Florida. It's a stingray there, and a giant shark. Oh, he's got dead eyes. Black. Like a doll's eyes. And a big, delicious bass right there. There is a Cuban crocodile. You can see it absolutely leaping out of the water trying to eat that bird. Wow, that is a croc I would not want to mess with. Heading into the ocean section, I guess we enter through this old sunken shipwreck here. All right, the belly of the ship. I don't know where we're going. What on earth is this? Got Poseidon or Neptune there. This giant fountain. Kids are squirting water over there. It's crazy. Giant twirling ocean tornado there. Balancing balls here. So you take the ball, we gotta balance it on top of the water. Oh, held for a second. Let's try this smaller one. See if we can get it to balance. No, I'm bad at balancing balls on water. One more try. Come on, ball, balance. Oh, there it goes. Yay! Hooray for me. It's a big wave tank. I suspect this giant lever may cause waves. Oh yeah, there it goes. Okay, I guess I gotta give it a few good cranks here. Will cause some waves to build up. They're crashing on the shore over there. Little lab area here. You can look at these samples through the magnifying glass. But what caught my eye over here in the cabinet, we have some cool taxidermy. That is a very tiny little bear right there. An even tinier weasel, and then a fairly average-sized raccoon. Hey, Mr. Turtle, what are you doing? All right, we head out back here. There is a science park out back behind the museum. Here's a reverberating echo well right here. Let's give it a try. Hey, you all. It's like they have a giant checkerboard out here for people to play checkers with. Over here, you can see if you're strong enough to lift a Honda. Well, let's give it a shot. I'm deeply ashamed of myself for not being able to single-handedly lift a car, but I think there's a trick to it. I pulled on that lever right there. I think you got to pull on this lever right there. I think that gives you a little more lift. Check out the gift shop before we leave. Have some astronaut helmets and the museum gift shop staple, astronaut ice cream. Ooh, it's bananas. This Stegosaurus here is very kawaii. We have a astronaut penguin, but you know what? There's one problem with this. One problem with a penguin being an astronaut. Penguins can't fly. Penguins can't fly. Here are some giant microbes. These are different viruses that have the common cold, cough, earache, sore throat, and cavity. Looks like you-know-who wasn't invited to the party. Do you know what? I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon because there is an adorable plushie COVID-19 virus. What the heck? Oh, yay. Here, kids, play with COVID. Play with COVID. Oh my God, I should wash my hands through touching that. Fortunately, we do have the vaccine right here, so we are in good shape. Oh, you can actually get these the Plagues of the 21st Century play set. It comes with COVID-19, Zika virus, measles, pandemic flu, and SARS. Oh my gosh, they've killed millions of people. Look at this little guy. He's supposed to be the sun. Got some cool hair. It's a squishy human body. You can actually stick your finger in the guts and wiggle it around. They are like really squishy. Thank you for joining me here today at COSI, the Center of Science and Industry here in Columbus, Ohio. It's a great museum, and like I said in the intro, I'd love to hear ideas of more museums that I may not have heard of. Local museums to your area that are worth checking out. Leave those in the comment section. Always open to different suggestions. And if you would like to help support the channel, please subscribe. It'll let you know when new videos are coming out. I try to upload videos about every day. I do take a day off here and there. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, consider donating to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month from me to you, and also selling enamel pins in the Etsy shop. All that information is in the description of this video, and all that helps keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.